All right, let's resume the NBA reset. This is episode 2, and it's been probably about a week, maybe not a week, but it's been about 5 days at least since I've recorded this. So, okay, so we got the 2001 NBA draft that's about to come in. So, Powell, Gilbert Arenas, Tyson Chandler, Jason Richardson, Joe Johnson, Kwame. Okay. So yeah, we got Randolph. Okay. All right. So this isn't a bad draft. Um, I don't know if there's too much to say. Kevin Love, I believe, was part of the first draft we did. Let's see. So who are the youngins in the league right now? So we've got like Darius Miles. So Westbrook is only 20, and he just finished his rookie season. Okay, so that means Derrick Rose is here, Serge Ibaka's here. I believe we just added Kenyon Martin, maybe? Or no, maybe Kenyon Martin was like the first. Um, were they the first draft? Like Michael Red? No. Kenyon Martin is no, he's about to play his rookie season. Okay. All right, got it. Got it. Not too much to do until at least the halfway of the season, if even then. Um we are getting a little bit more trades, which is cool, but we a lot of seconds getting moved. Okay. Yeah, not too much to do. See, the Seattle team doesn't look very strong right now. Again, for trades, I'm not saying no to trades. I just want to see the trades. I just want to see if there's a big trade that happens. I will probably almost never say no to a trade. So a first round pick. So this is I think it's dangerous to move first round picks when we don't have an entire league like filled. We still have auto generated guys in this league, but so let's see. We've got stat standings. So the Kings, the Kings and the Clippers. So the Kings have Mark Aguirre, Joe Barry Carroll, Dan Issel, who is old at this point. The Clippers have James Worthy, who's averaging 20. Same with Jeff Rulin. Okay. Who's near the bottom? Seattle. So Dr. J, who is very old now. But Kevin Love is here. Mike Miller, Speedy Claxton. Okay, the Spurs, who have Jack Sikma, who is 30, so maybe is somebody that we look at and say like, hey, what teams need a center? Same with Bill Lambier. So like, let's see the Denver Nuggets. Nope, they got Brooke Lopez. The Jazz have Alvin Adams. But who's like the guy over here? They got Surge, but Dallas is Dennis Johnson, Fat Lever, Kiki. They are missing. Does look like they are missing a center for sure. Although James Donaldson hurt. Um, I mean he's got to be, but collapsed lung. Okay. Wow. Um, I don't know if they would be willing. Like, it's 25. Fat Lever's 25. But they've got Dennis Johnson, he's 31. Kiki's 27. So, all right, I will check them out. But let's look at the East. So the worst of the worst right now is the Bulls, who have Kenyon Martin. So they had the first overall pick this past year. He's averaging about 15-7. George Hill is here. Westbrook's hurt. Okay, so they're just young. That's fine. This team has Sidney Moncrief in the prime of his career, but they're going through like a Terry Cummings injury who's averaging 27. Okay. Might be another spot for a center. But top of the top, we got Cleveland, who's 37-2 because they have Moses Malone and Clyde. I remember this. Now that I'm seeing this, I remember this duo, and they have only lost 2 games on the season, while the Knicks have Dominique and Larry Drew, who's hurt. Okay. All right. All right. So this is the first trade I think we're going to do. We're going to trade Bill Laimbeer for Dennis Johnson. They are the same overall. Dennis Johnson is having an okay season, but he refuses to re-sign, and he is on a 1-year deal, while Bill Laimbeer is on a 2-year deal. So that's the pick comes in because of that. It's 1990. They can't trade any of their next few picks anyways. They have, Kiki, who's averaging 29 a game. Fat Lever will probably jump a little bit, but they've also got some youth in Dante Green, Michael Redd, Omar Asik, to where this team, can be decent. And then they're going to have James Donaldson come back, who will be a good 6th man for them, and can back up Laimbeer. So this is the trade that I am going to make. Who else? There was another center. It was Sigma, right? Okay. I got to check out for Sigma too, because we want to get him out of there. So yeah, let's see. I mean, you guys can stay while I look. Let's see. I don't believe there was anyone really out west that needed a center anymore. This team, right, doesn't have Terry Cummings for right now, but he will be back. But they have nothing to give up. Washington, it's got a very old Kareem. The Bucks, he's 24, but they have Roy Hibbert here. So let's go there, because they're gonna say, hey, at some point Roy Hibbert will be able to take over for us. But for now, they also have Gallinari. How old is Sigma actually? He's 30. Daryl Griffith is still averaging 25. They've got Gerald Henderson, who's a good player. Again, they do have youth to where. So the Bucks have to give up $800,000. Ooh, they can't really do that. So never mind. That's not going to work. Let me see again. Maybe he just can't get traded. Andre Miller's here. George Gervin is averaging 26. Larry Nance is 20. All right, let's talk. Let's see if Philly can make that money work. They could give up Lorenzo. But then they don't really have a point. So is there a better option? Oh, they do. This guy will be back. Nope, he won't be back. Never mind. And I don't think we can go like this, right? 773K, because these guys won't make that work. Oh, it's actually close. Let's throw in you. Okay. And then they gotta just make 100,000. And that's where you come in. Now they aren't giving up anything at all, so we're gonna say this pick, top 3 protected, which is a pretty valuable pick. Which I don't really know, because this team would be pretty good with having Herb Williams. We could really move Herb over to the 4 for them too. And let's say they're second this year and in 1989. And that's what we're going to do. So now they look like this. Herb Williams, sure. I mean, their bench is not going to be great, but they'll put, they'll have that point guard when he comes back. Luke Mbamute, once he picks it up, won't be too bad either. But that's all we're going to do, I think. All right, MVP Moses Malone. That's, I believe, not the first time we've seen that. Hedo Turkoglu, 18, 6, and 5. That's really good. Sixth man goes to Marcus Pfizer. Ralph Sampson gets DPOY. Most Spates gets most improved. Cavs won 75 games. That's not normal at all. Wow. 75 games. That's kind of crazy, but here are your teams, obviously. Kenyon Martin, who tore his left hand ligament. Stromile Swift, okay. Michael Redd played a wow. Michael Redd. That's pretty good numbers. Jamal Crawford. Okay. Darius Miles. Chris Mim. All right. Playoffs. So the Spurs still made it after we traded Jack Sigma. Mavericks are the 6th seed with Bill and no, we didn't give them Bill and Beer. I don't remember. And then Philly's here too. Who do we give Philly? We gave Philly. Oh, he's hurt. Whoever it is, he's hurt. Sigma, rough. Who do we give the Mavericks? We give them Bill and Beer. Okay. I think that Mavericks team is better than what their seeding is, if I'm being honest. They do win the first round. So do the Suns, who beat the Clippers. Who's on the Suns? Wow, the Clippers. So James Worthy gets eliminated with a very old David Thompson, but Alex English, an old Bill Walton. Okay. And then other than that, nothing too crazy. Phoenix advances versus Utah beats Houston and Larry Bird. This is the 1-2 matchup over here. Jesus, they have Clark Kellogg too. Wow. And then over here, we've got the Suns, who don't look too good. It looks like Alex English got hurt, and then versus Kevin McHale and Birdsong. Okay, Cavs Jazz. So, and Kevin McHale got hurt too. That's not good for them because this Cleveland team actually did almost lose. They went 7, but they've swept the other rounds, and I honestly don't expect much different. Don't expect much different at all. Moses Malone gets it. So Kareem's calling it. Bob Lanier's calling it. Elvin Hayes is calling it. Artis Gilmore. Yeah, he ruptured his Achilles. He's 36. He's not coming back from that. Okay. Hall of Fame, Kareem and Elvin Hayes. Jersey retirements. Historic changes, so just some branding. It's fine. And then draft lottery. So this is for Gilbert Arenas. This is for Pau Gasol. This is for everyone like that. And the Bullets, the Bulls, the Celtics. Who's on the Bullets? I don't know. Who's on the Bullets and the Bulls? We gotta look. Ooh, nothing. Wembanyama. That's who's here. And then the Bulls. Oh my God, the Bulls get to add Westbrook, or add somebody with Westbrook and Kenyon Martin and Stromile Swift. And then the Celtics have Robert Parrish, old Jamal Wilkes. This team's old. Okay. Let's watch the NBA draft. You know how it goes. We watch the first 5 picks. The Bullets take Gilbert Arenas. Okay. So is Pau going to go to the Bulls? No, they take Shane Battier. Okay. The Celtics, they take Pau. It's very strange to see him in that jersey, especially when the Lakers are 1 pick away. They take Tony Parker. And who will Portland take? Joe Johnson. Okay. So we've still got, some more players in here like Josh Richardson. Zach Randolph goes to the Warriors. Richard Jefferson goes to the Spurs. Pacers. I believe this is where Ralph Sampson is. Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler. Kwame falls all the way to 16. Vladimir Radmanovich goes to the Kings. Saga Diop. Any sneaky second rounders? I mean, there's Brendan Haywood. Jason Collins, Jamario Moon, Gerald Wallace goes to the Celtics. There you go. Brian Scalabrine to the Bullets. The Bullets might have won the draft. Let's go to free agency. Okay, so we've got some real. Let's go a couple days. Just so we could kind of get through some of this stuff. Sign. So Daryl Griffith goes to the Kings. That's not where he was before. Buck Williams to the Nets. Clark Kellogg stays in Cleveland. He would be a fool to not. So who's on the Kings and the Nets? The Kings. Okay, Mark Aguirre. Okay. And the Nets, Derrick Rose. Okay. All right, Derrick Rose up to 26. Okay. Let's go a couple days here. These guys are still here. Dennis Johnson went to the Lakers, which why? Oh yeah, we traded him. Right. That's right. I almost forgot for a second. All right, let's go over some of this stuff. Just see if there are some big jumps. DJ Augustine up 6, Pekovic up 5, Michael Redd and Dante Green up 5 and 6. Derrick Rose is up 4. Again, as we get later into this series, Kevin Love goes up 4, averaged 15 rebounds a game. Wow. Well, I'm not going to show you every team every single time because this will take forever. We're already 17 minutes in and we're barely through one season, but big jumps from these guys. And they added Shane Battier to the mix. Oh, they didn't take Powell because they got Stromile Swift here. Okay. At least that's what I would assume. Moses Malone and Clark Keller go down 1, but Clyde jumps 4. Buford. There will be every few years I will go through tendencies on my own to make sure like Clyde Drexler doesn't have like a 65 shot tendency when he's probably one of the best players in the league. Quentin Richardson up 5, Eric Gordon up 4. All right, and we're back to where we are. Okay, so now it's the time you guys have been waiting for. We have got to spin for our next year. I do need to get rid of the 2001 year. So you guys are going to watch me try and struggle to find where 2001 is. Boom. Next, we have got the... almost got 2025. But we get 20... So we actually get 2026, which is funny because, again, obviously 2026 is not a historic draft class. So we're going to take the one that I normally use right here. And now we've got the youngins, the guys that aren't even in the NBA yet, the guys that are killing it in college right now. Cameron Boozer's going crazy. Darren's been hurt for a while, sadly. AJ has been good. And then we obviously got the other cats like Nate Mend, Kristen Knack, Mikkel Brown. So yeah, we've got that. Let's get to simulating. So let me get this straight. Moses Malone is done winning MVPs, so now it's Clyde Drexler's turn. Sure. Gilbert Arenas. Oh my God. Darren Peterson might average better numbers than this this next season, but that's a rookie, bro. Wow. Desmond Mason, 6-man. Larry Bird. Larry Bird with a DPOY. Okay. Desmond Mason also most improved. Cavs won 72. Wow. I mean, Moses Malone was still all NBA first team. Oh, the young. Oh, this draft class is taken over. Derrick Rose averaged nearly 30 and 10. He was 0.1 off of 30 and 0.1 away from 10 assists. Westbrook 25 and 8 and 4. And Kevin Love 23 and 16. Averaging nearly 6 offensive boards a game. Wow. Terry Cummings a bucket. Ralph Sampson still here. Wow. See how some of our other rookies did. 15 and 11. 2 blocks for Powell. Randolph 13 and 11. Jason Richardson 14, 5 and 5. This draft class performed really well. Really well. Tony Parker 15 and 6. Dana Ewing 8 and 6. Eddie Curry 11 and 7. Shane Battier was at 7 a game and shot great from 3. Tyson Chandler was good in his limited minutes. Wow, that draft class really performed. And look who's at the top. Dallas and Cleveland, of course. Wow, so the Celtics we already see got upset. So did the Pacers. So did the Bucks, I guess technically. So did the Jazz and the Warriors. We had 6 technical upsets. Or 5 upsets that were. There's only 3 teams that are the 4 seed or higher left in the playoffs out of 8. Sixers gone, Bulls gone, Suns gone, Clippers gone. So we got Cleveland, Detroit. This is the team we gave, I think, Jack Sigma to, maybe, which might mean that he's hurt again, unless I'm misremembering, which is very possible. No, I'm just misremembering then. I swear, or maybe he left. I don't know. And then we've got Dallas, Seattle. Old Julius Irving and Kevin Love. Okay. But that Dallas team is really good. The Dallas team's really good. So I assume we're gonna have a Dallas Cleveland final. Whoa, Seattle won the first 2 though. Detroit's gone. I mean, Cleveland has swept their way here again. Game 7. Oh, they came out swinging in that first quarter. Although that middle of the game, no, it's never mind. Never mind. Evan Love tried, but they had 4 guys put up 20, not winning that. This should be a very good matchup, though. I mean, obviously, the Cavs are winning at the shooting guard and center spot, but everything else goes in favor of Dallas, man. Let's see. Cleveland takes game 1 by 1,000,000 points. Takes game 2 by 1,000,000 points, but then Mavericks come back and win game 3. Lose game 4 by oh my God. Oh my God, Moses Malone. They had 3 guys put up 25 plus and a guy who put up 45 almost. Cleveland, man, it's top. And Clark Kellogg wins Finals MVP, not the MVP of the league, not the former MVPs of the league. Clark Kellogg, who just happens to average 29 and 9 in the finals. Wow. Bob McAdoo, gone. Not a crazy retirement class. Paul Westphal gets his jersey retired, but top 3 picks are done. Random weighted draw. And then that's just how it stays for branding stuff. So we've got, these are the youngins. These are the young, not even Cooper Flagg. These are AJ, Darren. These guys aren't even in the league yet, but we thought it would be fun for them to participate. And Denver, I mean, you get a top 3 pick here. Your franchise is pretty much good for at least a little bit. Nuggets, Bullets, Lakers. Okay. Bullets just got Gilbert Arenas last year. The Nuggets, I can't remember anything about the Nuggets, and the Lakers took Tony Parker last year. Let's see, what do the Nuggets got to work with? A young Brook Lopez. Okay. Whoa, 7 rebounds a game, Brook Lopez. They also have Jamal Crawford. Okay. So let's see. Again, you know how this works. Automatic Denver Nuggets. Take Cam Boozer. Wow. Okay. Bullets select Darren. Oh my God. Gil and Darren Peterson. Oh my God. The Lakers, they take AJ. Makes sense to me. Those are the top 3. Maybe not the same order, but those are definitely the top 3. Nate Ament, I would say that's the number 4 pick as of right now. And then Mikael Brown goes to the Spurs. Now this is a little bit different because we don't know how these players' careers turn out. We don't, or anything, because they don't even have careers yet. They're just starting their college careers. So not too much there. Who do we have? We got Rolando, Alex English, a bunch of old cats. So let's sim. Bucks for Rolando. So he's had a 1 year last year and went to Boston. Okay. So that's probably what happened. But now he gets his real contract. Alex English stays with the Suns. Marquez Johnson stays with Atlanta. Otis Birdsong stays with the Jazz. So a lot of players staying, but the Spurs team has turned it around a little bit. They get 4 overall jumps by a bunch of people: Eddie Curry, Richard Jefferson, and Brian Roberts. So that's good for them. Dana Ewing jumps. Kevin Love still jumping. Joe Johnson jumps 6. That's huge for them. Zach Randolph up 5. Lukumba Mute is a real guy now. This is where Jack Sikma went, by the way. Lance Robertson up. Tyson Chandler up. Gilbert jumps up 7. So it's going to be Gilbert Arenas and Darren Peterson in the backcourt. Oh, my God. These guys both are going to average 25, 6, and 6 for their entire careers together. And then, yeah, there's this team. This team is gonna probably turn into what Cleveland's doing right now in like maybe 2 or 3 years. They're still getting a little bit worse. So Clark Keller averaged 24 last year. Moses Malone averaged 27, and he averaged 25. And this guy averaged 15. Wow. Powell up 6. These guys can jump 4. This team's getting worse. This team is going to go through a little bit of a rough phase pretty soon. Jamal Tinsley up 6. And that Tony Parker up 7. That's good for them. Dante 92? I'm not going to lie. I've heard the name. I don't know anything about the name, though. And honestly, I think I've only heard the name because of 2K. He played 3 years in the league. And he averaged... What did he average? He never averaged more than 8 points per game for the Sacramento Kings in the early 2000s, early 2010s. And he's a 92 in his second year? Third year. That's kind of crazy. Derrick Rose up 3. This team gets a lot of jumps. It's good for them. They also just got the Boozer brother. And yeah, that's about it. So what we got, probably we're gonna spin again. probably going to get these guys in the league. So we're going to get to this point next season, and that's where we're going to end it off. But it's time. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Sorry. 2026. Let's get rid of 2026 real quick. Right there. Perfect. And our next draft class will be 1984. So there we go. That is Michael Jordan. That is Michael Jordan for sure. That's big because I wondered how long it would take until we got Jordan. Didn't take too long. Let me see. Yep, didn't take too long. Hakeem, Michael Jordan, John Stockton. All right, time to simulate. MVP, man, again goes to Cleveland. Cameron Boozer, oh my God, 18 and 11. I wonder how many threes he shot. We haven't been doing good at keeping up with looking at that. Herb Williams gets the sixth man of the year. Okay. Boozer. So, Boozer rookie of the year. Clyde Drexler DPOY. Bobby Simmons most improved. Okay. Look at some stats quickly. That's just like Kevin Love, 22 and 16. Oh my God, Kevin Love. Was one still average 29. Russ, 26 and 9. Derrick Rose, 29 and 10. Oh my goodness. Hedo, 22, 7 and 7. We got talent in the league, man. We've already got a lot of talent in this league. Kenyon Martin. Okay. Darren Peterson averaged 26 and 5. What'd I say? No, it's up to 25, but he's a rookie. Let's give him some time. AJ averaged 17 and 6. AJ's playing in a good time for him where he doesn't have to take too many threes, and he'll still be probably very good in this league one day. Kristen Nack, Braden Burry is okay. And those guys. All right. Let's get through the first round. First round doesn't matter. Come on now. First round doesn't matter right now. Let's slim down these teams. Washington beat New Jersey. Okay. That's Darren and Gil. Cleveland, Detroit. Bulls, man. The Bulls got to make some noise, bro. I know you're young, but you got to make a little bit of noise starting soon. Cleveland almost got eliminated. They only won by 8 because Clyde Drexler fouled out. Wow, okay. So let's see. We've got this team doesn't even stand. That team doesn't even stand a chance. I'm not even going to pretend like they do. And the Clippers and the Jazz are back. Okay. Interesting. I'm pretty sure whoever wins the East is going to probably win. Which I think it's just going to be Cleveland. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good job, Cleveland. Y'all are doing your thing. Jamal Wilkes, Mickey Johnson, Scott Weidman, Julius Irving's calling it. Good for him. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Hall of Famers goes to Julius Irving. Historic changes. So the expansion. Number of officials to 3. Okay. I've kind of forgot about expansion, if I'm being honest. Is that it is this season. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we don't care about that. All right, draft lottery. So do they the Sixers, so the Hornets and Heat, they do. They get the 4th and 5th pick. All right. The Celtics had the best odds and they fell to 6. Oh my God. Sixers, Spurs, Hawks, Hornets. Okay. So we're getting some new teams at the top of the lottery, which is good for the league, of course. But let's check out expansion draft. Cliff Livingston first. Let's just simulate so we could see. So nobody too crazy. Caden Boozer is gonna be whoever gave up Caden Boozer is gonna regret it. They're gonna regret it. Malik Thomas, Terry Teagle. Okay. Noah. Okay. Boogie Fland. Mel Christie. All right. All right. NBA draft. You know how this works. Philadelphia. It's the right time to win the draft. Hey, even the Spurs getting number 2. Y'all are set. Y'all are completely set, man. He averaged 17 rebounds in college. Oh, my God. Oh. Hey, I am not here to say no. We are just here to observe. So they're giving up this pick for Gervin and Herb Williams. All right. Hey, I'm just here so we can see them. Sixers, they take John Stockton. They saw a guy they wanted. They went and got him. Good for him. Greg Sims. I don't recognize that name. I don't know if that's a real person. Miami Heat take Tony Campbell, and that's the top 5 picks. So, Jay Humphries, Sam Perkins. That's also something that's going to be a little iffy. Jerome Kersey at 18 is pretty good. Is the fact that these older draft classes aren't going to have as many prospects as like the 2024 draft class will, because there's not as many rights and a lot of people that just don't remember things. So we will always have auto-generated players in this, sadly, but I mean, it's fine. We've got Cameron Boozer, AJ DeMonsa, Derrick Rose, and Michael Jordan all in the league at once. People want Derrick Rose. I don't blame you. Dante Green, a lot of restricted guys, so probably nothing's gonna happen. But we could sim just a little bit. Let's just make sure. Derrick Rose, Nets, Bulls, Mavericks, Sonics, Sacramento. Okay, yeah. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna check out player progression. We're gonna get our last spin in for this episode. Lakers got themselves an up and coming duo here. Dante Green. Jeez. I'm also going to play with shot tendencies for next episode. Wow, Braden Burry's up 7. Boozer up 5. But yeah, I'm gonna play with shot tendencies just because I know 2K probably isn't gonna do it for me. This team's got 6 players on their roster. What are we doing? Free agency's over, guys. Oh my God, I didn't even realize this in real time. They had the first pick and they traded up for the 3rd pick. So they're gonna have John Stockton and Michael Jordan playing together. Oh my God, I literally didn't even realize that in real time. Wow. This dude is gonna be insane, bro. What did Gil average last year? Numbers went down, but he got another not version of himself. I'm not about to do that, but I mean that's crazy. These guys look like progression might be slowing down a little bit. But they're still 90 overalls. They're good. But let's get our last spin in before we end out the episode. I did it again. All right. Last spin, and we will be bringing in which draft class? Another older draft class? No, 2011. Ooh, 2011 is deemed one of the best draft classes of all time. One of the best draft classes of all time. And if you don't know, you got to do your homework, man. You should know who's in the 2011 draft class. Or, well, I'm thinking of 2009, actually, so maybe I should shut up. But 2011 is a damn good draft class, too. Isaiah Thomas right now is ranked the high. Wow. Kawhi, Kyrie, Kemba, Jimmy, Tobias Harris, Klay Thompson, Vucevic, the Morrises, the Bogdanovich. Wow. Reggie Jackson even. But that's where we're going to end off this episode. Make sure you guys come back to see, Kyrie and Kawhi and Jimmy all enter the league. Michael Jordan's going to be playing his rookie season. It's going to be, next episode's going to be really good. We're diving deep into it. We're getting a lot of the players. We're getting a good little mix. Granted, we've gotten probably a couple more newer drafts than we have older, but that's okay. I mean, we've gotten pretty much every draft has been 2000 or after. We only have the only draft but pre 2000 that we got is Michael Jordan's 1984, which we just went through. So there might be a couple episodes at some point where maybe we get like a 1989 draft and a 1992 draft, which will still have good players, but it just won't be, maybe a bunch of names you recognize. But I mean, we've still got a good 20 draft classes post 2000 as well. That'll have all the names that you grew up on and we're watching right now. So, but again, make sure you come back. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to share this with a friend. And yeah, thank you for watching.